Hello, my name is Sophie Sijenyi. Welcome to Understanding Your Child with Sophie Sijenyi. This is a space where we learn to parent with connection, emotional intelligence, and confidence. Today's episode, we are going to talk about the early brain, foundation of emotional security. So, the first developmental window, birth to 5 years old, is a period where a child's brain is wiring at the fastest speed of their entire lifetime. Before the age of 5, children are not trying to embarrass you. They are not trying to frustrate you or act intentionally stubborn. No. They're actually learning self regulation, emotional language, attachment, safety, and trust. So, what happens in their brain at age 0 to 5 years old? Neuroscience tells us that the emotional brain develops before the thinking brain. The prefrontal cortex, or PFC, which is responsible for planning, impulse control, and patience, it's still not mature yet. So children use crying, tantrum, grabbing, hitting, screaming, because they literally do not have emotional vocabulary. They regulate through something called co-regulation, meaning they borrow your calm because they do not have their own. Now, I'm going to talk about what co-regulation is. So before I talk to you about what co-regulation is, I'll give you two scenarios. So there's this scenario where you're in a room with someone who has really upset you. They've upset you, so you are venting, you are talking, and they're calm. They're not saying anything. On the flip side, there's this person you've also who has upset you. You talk and they talk. You talk and they talk. So if you look at these two scenarios, one has calm, so you'll borrow their calm. The other one, you'll keep talking and maybe you might end up fighting. So co-regulation simply means that a child borrows the adult's calm when their own nervous system is overwhelmed. So when a child is dysregulated, which is the opposite of co-regulation, crying, shouting, slamming doors, using rude tone, the brain is not thinking. It's not in a thinking mode. It is in a survival mode. So in that moment, they don't need punishment. All they need is a grounded adult. Your nervous system becomes their anchor, their emotional anchor. So why do children sound rude? A rude tone often means that I am tired, I am overstimulated, something scared me, I don't have a language for how I feel. It is rarely about disrespect. A dysregulated child cannot use polite language because the brain's emotional alarm system, which is also called the amygdala, is activated and the logic shuts down. So, what co-regulation is not, it is not excusing disrespect. It is not allowing dangerous behavior. It is not ignoring boundaries. No. Co-regulation simply means I will guide your behavior, but I won't fight your biology. Once calm is established, you can teach tone, manners, responsibility, and consequences. Safety opens the door for discipline. So, parents, children don't learn from fear. They learn from relationship, regulation, and repetition. Your calm teaches them how to be calm. Your presence teaches them to be resilient. And every moment of connection grows the brain. So, what looks like misbehavior to you is actually developmental communication. A tantrum is not disrespect, it is dysregulation. Sharing is difficult at this age because ownership is a new concept. Waiting is difficult because time is an abstract. Your child at this stage is asking one question: am I safe? So, this is how parents can help. Practical tools on how you can help. First, regulate yourself as a parent. So, never discipline from chaos. Second, create predictable routines. Routine equals emotional safety. Third, use simple language, short sentence, warm tone. Fourth, offer choices. Two choices increase cooperation. And five, teach feeling words like I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm scared, I'm happy, I'm excited. Six, avoid shaming language. Guide instead. Seven, which is the most important one, play every day with your child. Play is learning, bonding, therapy, and brain growth. Your child is not giving you a hard time. They are having a hard time themselves. The brain is under construction. So your calm, your structure, your love becomes the emotional blueprint. Thank you so much for joining today's episode of Understanding Your Child with Sophie Sijenyi. Remember, parenting is a journey, not a performance. Little consistent shifts create big emotional outcome for our children. If you learned something today, share this episode with another parent, a teacher, or a caregiver. Let's build a community that raises strong minds, soft hearts. See you in the next episode. And until then, keep connecting, keep guiding, and keep understanding your child. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you.